Welcome into North of the Lake. We have a very special guest today. We have former LSU Tiger, played under Nick Saban. He is the current coach of my Hammond High Tornadoes, Coach Dorsett Buckels. Welcome to the show, Coach Dorsett Buckels. Man, how you doing today, man?
Man, I'm doing good. How about yourself, man?
Hey, man, I'm blessed. I can't complain. Look, bro, I'm more excited about Friday night. By me being a former Hammond High Tornado, myself. So, I'm definitely excited ahead of that game, bro. So let's get
Most
into it,
definitely.
man. So let's talk about your upbringing, man. Where did you go to school, and how was things in Amy?
Well, born and raised from A-Mead, man. Went to A-Mead High School. Then I was blessed with the opportunity to get a scholarship at LSU. I was actually Nick Saban first signee.
So man,
So,
talk about that, coach. Talk about your time at Amy. Under what coach did you play for, and how did it come about you getting offered by Nick Saban at LSU?
okay, so I played up on the Donald Career,
Okay.
who done a phenomenal job. Um, Hey, he was really ahead of his time. He was doing things that other people wasn't doing. But I mean, a meet is a meet. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being there. It's super competitive. You know, I mean,
Oh yeah.
well, hey,
Oh
hey,
yeah.
you know that. I mean, everything
Man, look,
is.
look, I'm gonna stop you right there, man. Look, I started promoting our homecoming here at Hammond High, man, and saying that we started things and we kind of got the hype around it. And all you people from Amy came from it, man. All that competitive spirit. And look, I already knew how to get it out of y'all. I knew how to get it out of
Yeah,
my Amy people and all my North Tangent. Shout out to all our North Tangent schools, Amy, Kentwood, two historical high schools, man.
most
Got
definitely.
multiple championships out there, man. I said, why y'all coming for us, man?
Yeah,
We trying to get to where y'all are. You know what I'm saying?
that's
We're
it.
trying to
That's
bring
it.
a championship here to Hammond High School, man. So you said you played under Coach Career, Coach
Yeah, I
Saban.
played.
Go ahead.
So yeah, I'm sorry. I played up on the Coach Career, man. Who done a phenomenal job, man. We actually went 15-0 my senior year, 2000. Um, and it's funny because my best friend Chris Gordon, who's the head coach at St. Helena, he stood up our junior year at a
Okay.
banquet, and he told everyone, "Hey, look, this time next year we're gonna have won a championship." I said, well, I said, wow, okay. So he stood up in front of everybody, but that meant something though, and after that, man, we rallied all together, man. And when I tell you that we like competed daily, not only our time at Amead High School, like we go away from there and work. So, and that's what it's all about, man, just competing and getting better daily, you know.
And that's what I liked that's what I liked about you. When they first told me that we had a coach from A&M, I said, okay. I said, we definitely can have somebody who has won a championship, been in a winning program. And not only that, he played under Coach Nick Saban. And like I always tell you, man, that's what made me gravitate back toward the program, especially when I heard that you had a nice amount of guys that was on the honor roll.
Most definitely.
One of the problems we had when I was at Hammond High School is we couldn't keep anybody eligible.
Uh-huh.
It's just I played with a whole lot of knuckleheads, man, good guys, but just a whole lot of knuckleheads.
Right.
And I do see how we starting to establish that discipline, and just seeing how many guys we got on the honor roll, man, is really impressive, man. So my
I
hats off to
appreciate
you,
that.
coach. My
Hey,
hats.
well, I appreciate that, man. That was one of the things that they had said, hey, coach, like during the football season, and headed to spring, coach, it'd be kind of tough in the past. I said, well, look, don't worry about that. And I meant that, and year after year, we always have above 30 student athletes with a 3.0 to a 4.0. So, that's one thing that Nick Saban and my mom, instilled in me, man. Grades come first, man. So I really believe in that right there. So without the grades, you can't go to college. Even though they didn't lower the standards a little bit, you still got to have a 2.5. And that's still
Yes, sir.
average.
Yes, sir.
So we have to be above average, and that's what we're doing. We didn't reach our goal, but we was close. So we're just gonna keep pressing, man, and we'll get there.
Man, most definitely. I definitely see the program going in the right direction, man. And that's an amazing achievement to me. It may be slight to you, with those Nick Saban expectations that you got, that that comes with you. But for me, that's an amazing feat, man. And I also see some of the things that you do with the kids. I've seen you on multiple occasions, take them to church. I seen
Right.
on a number. I know at least one occasion they was at a nursing home helping out with the elderly, man. Talk
Right.
about that and what type of plan and what type of how can I say it type of direction that you're trying to get the kids to go in.
See, the thing is, it's bigger than football.
Yes,
Football
sir.
don't last forever. You know,
Absolutely.
I mean, we all wish it did, but unfortunately, it doesn't. Like I told the guys, look, I wanted to go to the NFL. Like just like a lot of kids and young men, but I tore my ACL. Versus Florida.
Oh
Tore
man.
me to pieces. I was tore up. But one thing about it, I had a backup plan. And that backup plan was if I didn't make it to the NFL, I wanted to be a teacher and a coach. So and it all worked out for me.
Man, that's amazing. And before I touch on that, let's talk about your time under Nick Saban, man.
Hmm.
What was it like playing for the legend Nick Saban?
For the
Give us
GOAT.
some stories, man. You got to give us some stories, and how was it playing for Coach Nick Saban, man?
Well, I mean, it was just very intense out there. I'm talking about when I say very intense, it was intense, man. And
I
I
heard.
mean, he was strict on everyone, not only the players. I'm talking about players, coaches, and staff, anyone. And had everybody
We
at a
got
high
Coach Buckles
standard.
back in. Hold on 1 second, Coach. You paused for a minute. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He just held everyone to a high standard, and which I understand. He is the GOAT. He's still doing great things. Academically, you know, he wanted your GPA high, so I mean I can respect that. I mean, when you was on the field, hey, he wanted you to be great. So I mean, he wanted you to be great in all aspects of life. So I mean, who wouldn't want to take that from, somebody who's still doing great things in college football?
That's right, man. Because Coach, he's still out there, man. I keep
Yeah,
thinking,
yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, but being an LSU fan, man, I just hope he retired, man. I mean, Jesus Christ, man.
Hey,
How
yeah,
many
yeah.
more championships are you gonna win?
Yeah,
You
I
know what I'm
know.
saying? Are you not satisfied? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You gotta
right.
let the rest of the SEC have something, man. So so
Hey, I
what? Yeah,
remember I remember seeing a little commercial. He asked Marcus Spears, well, Marcus Spears actually asked him, said, hey, you don't never get tired? And he looked at him and said, tired of winning? Hey, so that, I mean, he don't get tired of winning, man. And that's, like I say, that's in all aspects, man. I mean, he does a great job at that. I can't lie,
he
you know.
does, man. He does, and it's amazing to see him keep going at the age. I think he's in his 70s now, man.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I just keep praying every day I wake up as an LSU fan that he just gets tired of it, man, and let the rest of us win some of these championships. I think Coach is having some problems right now with his Wi-Fi. We're gonna wait till him to jump back in, but right now we are live with Coach Dorsett Buckels, former LSU Tiger, uh, former Nick Saban player. We are live right now with Coach Buckles. I think he's having some technical difficulties. We have a comment right now from Coach William Fleet. He said, "Go Tours. We appreciate everything you're doing, Coach." Shouts out to Coach Fleet, man. We train a lot of these athletes here in Tangipahoa Hope Parish at Nyame Fitness. We have the building coming very soon. We're getting closer to that goal. We right now we are working on getting the electrical work right now done at Nyame Fitness. Shouts out to Coach Fleet for the comment. Go Tours. We appreciate everything you're doing, Coach. Like I said, we just lost Coach Buckles for the moment. We're trying to get him back in here, but thank you everybody from joining in on the live. We was live with Coach Buckles. I think he's having some technical difficulties on his end. But shouts out to him and my Hammer High Tornadoes. Like I said, Friday night, we will be at Strawberry Stadium against Ponchatoula, our rival, one of the biggest rival games in the state of Louisiana. It will be Friday night at 7 p.m. at Strawberry Stadium in Hammond, America. Please be there. It's always a good time when we play Ponchatoula, man. That's our rival, one of the biggest rivals in the state of Louisiana. Like I said, we are live with Coach Buckles. I think he's having some technical difficulties on his end. So we're gonna wait on him to come back in. I'm getting them right now. Shouts out to Coach Fleet for the comment. Like I said, we were live with Coach Dorsett Buckels of my Hammer High Tornadoes. I think he is having technical difficulties. We were just talking his time under Nick Saban, what it was like playing for Nick Saban, what it was like playing for Amy, and how did he come about to getting to the point to where LSU offered him under Coach Nick Saban. I'm trying to make sure he can get back in here. One second, guys. I say I appreciate y'all tuning in. Coach Buckels is having a technical difficulties on his end right now. We're waiting on him to join back in on live. But shouts out to everybody who's in this live right now. Shouts out to everybody who watches North of the Lake weekly. We go live every Sunday at 7 p.m. We talk high school, local high school football from the North Shore. We also talk Saints. We also talk LSU. LSU got a big time game against Alabama coming up on Saturday at 6 o'clock. So like I said, I'm gonna be going live for that as well. Please check out my previous lives. I did a video on Jaden Daniels and the LSU Tigers. We do a live every week. We are up to, I think, episode 7 now on the live. So like I said, please check out all our content. That's NOTL Mon on YouTube. Please check that out for us on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe to those videos and to my YouTube channel, man. We continually putting out good content. Like I said, each week we're gonna try to get better and better. Like I said, we were live with Coach Dorsett Buckels, man. Shouts out to Coach Fleet at Now I'm in Fitness for the comment. He said once again, go towards. We appreciate everything you are doing, Coach. So we definitely appreciate Coach Buckels and our Hammer High Tornadoes. I do believe he's having technical difficulties. I just sent him a text message. It's not going through. Like I said, here he goes right here. We back with Coach Buckels right now. What's going on, Coach? You back?
Hey man, I apologize about that, man. I had it plugged up, man. It went dead on me anyway, man.
I figured that because I just shot you a text message. It's all good, Coach. We're not perfect over here. We just got a comment by Coach Fleet. Say go towards. We appreciate everything you're doing, Coach.
Hey, I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it.
Most definitely. I'm trying to see where we was at with this. I think we was talking about what was it like playing for Nick Saban? I think that's
yeah. I mean, like I say, man, it's he's tough to play for now. I mean, if you're weak minded, you couldn't play for him because he's gonna tell you just how he feel, and when you go there, man, you gotta learn a thick playbook, man, and something that they're not doing in a lot of these high schools, and I mean, a funny story. He was like, dang, did you learn anything in A meet? Like, I did, but not this much.
Right.
I mean, but it was so that's something that we had to do right there. I mean, just it was like a thick book, man, and something that we wasn't used to, especially coming from A Mid, I mean, we had so much talent, man. We didn't need all that,
Yeah, man. Most definitely. And it's always been like that at Amy since I'm 30 years old, bro. My whole life I've been watching Amy. I have not really seen a down year. You know what I'm saying? So, the talent definitely can mask a lot of things. You playing under Coach Nick Saban, was that a motivation for you getting into coaching? And what was your motivation for getting into coaching?
Man, my motivation actually was my brother Carlton Buckels, who actually coached up under Common Moore. And he was at Hammond High School, man, with Fred Booker, with Brock and all those, all those superstars.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I mean, so, just following in my brother's footsteps and, and my other brother, Dedrick Buckles, he was a coach as well. I mean, everybody played football, wore the jersey number 1 at A meet. So, it was a tradition, so, I mean, had to wear that number. So, I mean, I really looked up to them, man. And also my brother Titus, he actually couldn't play football. He went to Independence. He was the only one that went to Independence. But when I tell you that he repped A mid, man, he repped it, and sometimes Independence didn't like it because there was a big old robbery, But I mean, it was all love.
Yeah, I remember them days, man.
Oh, yeah.
I remember them days. You come down 51, bro. You had to be prepared, man.
And you had to be, man.
He used to have calls all the way down to the police station down there, bro.
Hey,
what
really?
I'm saying? I remember them because believe it or not, I actually grew up in Independence. I stay in Independence now. So I grew up, watching LeBron and Tofield and all them guys,
man.
And that's the reason for me playing football was LeBron and Tofield. And I'm trying to reach out to him. If you could help me with that, Coach, I surely appreciate that. I want to get him on here, man. That's my childhood role model right there, man. That's the whole reason why I watch football, play football. What's
Yeah,
that?
I can definitely do that, man.
Oh, most definitely, man. Tell I'm actually looking for him. I got a hold to his number. I'm not sure if it's the right one, but
Okay.
we like distant cousins or something like that, man.
Yeah.
But going into another thing, man, I was watching the podcast, man. I was
Mhm.
watching Matt Moscona after further review. Shouts out to Matt Moscona after a further review, man. I watched his podcast, and he said, man, Justin Vincent came on there, and they was some type of way they got on the conversation about who was the fighters at practice and who had that chip on their shoulder. And your name came up, coach. Surprisingly, your name came up, man. Tell us about that, man. Tell us about
Hey,
them days out
so,
there throwing them
hey,
hands on
so,
practice
so,
field.
so no, so that's crazy, man. I mean, you know, Robert Daniels, him and how Robert Daniels, man, he actually
Okay.
sent me that message, like, let me find out that you was a fighter. I said, what you talking about? And he sent me the interview, man, the podcast, man. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh,
I
come on,
started
Justin.
sending to you too, man. I started
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Hey, so he sent it to me, man, and I heard Justin. If you don't know, he named all defensive players. He
He
didn't
did.
name the
He
offensive
surely
players, you
did.
know.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he
It was
did.
all defensive players. So, I mean, one thing about it, you know, I never fought off the field. I never actually fought on the field, but it was just a little pushing. It was all in competing. When I tell you that we competed daily. And if you notice that he said in his interview, if somebody wasn't willing to fight, I wouldn't want to be on their team. I wouldn't
That's
want to be
right.
on the team with them.
That's
And
right. That's
that's the
right.
thing about it, man. Just I mean, having a competitive nature, man. I mean, that's I mean, you compete in everything. So, I don't care if you're playing a game. You want to win. So when you want to win, you compete. And sometimes, you might mouth off a little bit. And I wasn't taking no stuff. I wasn't.
That's it,
And
bro.
and the offensive guys wasn't either. So actually, man, Nick Saban used to love that stuff. You know why? Because it makes you better
It
and
does.
and because you competing. So once the offense go to competing and the defense go to competing, you know, if you feel like you better than me and I want you to feel like I'm better than you, we're gonna compete every day and then we're gonna continue to get better. So and after we left there, man, it was all love. I'm talking about you don't even talk about it.
Man, that's exactly right. That's how I always felt playing, like just like my days at Hammer High, me and Justin Betts all day at practice. We had
Yeah,
something to say to each other. So, it's always like that, man. So,
most definitely.
you know, you were at Capitol High School and
Right.
and now you're at Hammond High School. What brought you back to Tangipahoa Parish? What brought you back to Hammond High School, kind of where your roots are?
Man, just like you said, it's like home, man. So like I said, my brother was there. I mean, so it's no place like home, man. I mean, got family at the school. So I mean, nothing like home, man. I mean, you'll love to be there in Tangipahoa Parish, should I say?
That's right. I can definitely relate to that, man. I was thinking about buying my house somewhere in Texas, but I said, you know what, man, my heart is here in Tangipahoa Parish. My heart
Yeah,
is here with these kids.
most definitely.
So that was a determining factor for me as well, because I was definitely thinking about going out to Texas.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, but like I said, we are glad you're here, Coach.
I appreciate it.
And so last year, man, we had a very talented team last year, led by Jaheim Johnson. Shouts out to
Mhm.
him. He's at Tulane
Oh
now.
yeah.
So this year we're a little young. We have a freshman quarterback in TJ
Mhm.
Jones. So explain the challenges of coaching a young team.
Man, I mean, like you said, we're young, but we're still competing.
That's
If
right.
you notice, man, we lost 2 games by 1 point. Could have
Right.
easily put us in the playoffs. But I mean, that's a little adversity. And
That's
like
right.
you said, we're young. But speaking of Taryn, man, at the quarterback position, I mean, he exceeded my expectations this year. I mean, he really haven't been playing quarterback long at all. This is actually his first real year. I mean,
Exactly.
he played in junior high a little bit, but this is his first real year. So man, I'm excited about that kid, man. He's gonna do some great things, man. So hey, the future is bright, like seriously, man. And then also with the junior high kids, man. I mean, they got some big old kids there that I done went to see several times. So I'm excited about that as well, man. And the guys that we got there right now, man. So I'm telling you, I'm excited, about the near future.
So am I, Coach, and I'm trying to get you out of here real soon, man. I got a couple more questions for you, but just to piggyback off what you said, we have a lot of talent here in Hammond. How do we keep that talent in Hammond and get them excited about playing for their city, playing for their school? Because like I said, a lot of our players are scattered out around the parish. So how do we get them back here in Hammond High School?
Well, me personally, I don't think they want to leave anymore,
That's
simply
right.
because they see the progress, you
Right.
know. I mean, and see the things that we're doing academically on the field as well. People getting scholarship as well. So
That's
it's nothing that they can't do at Hammond High School that they can do at another school. So as long as we continue to make progress, man, we don't have to worry about nobody else leaving, wanting to go anywhere else.
And that's right. And I truly believe that as well. They are seeing the opportunities here. So let's talk about some of the opportunities that some of our kids are getting here at Hammond High School. We just mentioned that Jaheim Johnson, phenomenal athlete, one of the best athletes I've seen come through Hammond High School.
Right,
He's
right,
he's that Tulane. Like I said, we had alumni in the past, the Robert Offers of the world, who went to Southeastern, who played for
right,
Atlanta
right.
Falcons in the Super Bowl. And we have some more guys. What are some current guys on our roster now who are getting looks and offers from colleges?
Well, we have Darius Servik. He have a few looks, few offers. Um, Let me see, Grambling. He has. I mean, LSU done talked to him several times as
Oh,
well.
okay.
I mean, so I mean, he's going to be the next guy up. Kenyatta Fleet. He's another one. I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
somebody told me one day, said, "Hey man, is Hammond High? Is it Hammond High U?" I said Hammond
We're
High
getting there.
DBU. That's what they said. I said, okay, okay. I didn't think of it, but I mean, I don't
Oh,
see
we
back to
definitely
back
DBU
nowhere else.
now. Oh, we
Hammond High
DBU for
DBU.
sure. I can we,
You
we can
know,
we can go down the list. I don't
hey,
know if we got enough
we can go
time.
down the list. Yeah. So, hey, I didn't think of it, but I was like, man, you might be right. He said every year you're getting somebody. So we got
That's right.
Jermaine Davis, that you already interviewed, man. That's
Yes, yes,
committed to
sir.
Southeastern. I
Great
mean,
talent. Yes, sir.
yeah, we have a few guys that's still getting looks, man. That like Eli Johnson, that we hoping somebody pull the trigger on, and take him,
Somebody
and
needs to. That's right.
yeah, I mean, a great athlete, man, and better, even better student. I
Okay.
mean, so, I mean, better young man. I mean, who else we got? We got a few guys, man, that's really been looked at, man, that I'm super proud of. Um, Israel Amaker, he's another one.
Okay.
I mean, Mac Neese been flirting with him, and a few more. So we're just gonna see, by signing day, man. Hopefully, I pray that more of the guys get scholarships, man. But actually, it's just been so hard, man, with this portal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, you can ask all the high school coaches around, man. It's just been tough. They
It's been
haven't been
tough.
coming around like they usually do. So, so all we can do is continue to throw their names out there, send them to the coaches, and see what happens.
That's right, coach. That's right. I'm gonna try to get you out here, man, because I'm sitting here looking at this TCU game behind me right now.
Oh yeah.
Um, so we at the end of the season, man. Ponchatoula tomorrow night in Scarberry Stadium. What are the keys to getting the victory over the Green Wave, our arch rival?
Hey man, just go out there and play. I mean, go out there and execute. You know, I mean, that's the thing. Last year I want to say we was up 12-0, and then we let number 3 happen.
Yes,
Bishop.
sir. I
I
just
mean,
seen him too. I just
he,
seen him out there at
oh
the
yeah,
fire station
hey,
in
hey,
Ponchatoula.
he's a great young man. I mean,
Yes, he is.
and when I say he's a phenomenal football player, man. I mean, we had to tackle him. And also they got some big bats, man, who we had to tackle as well. I mean, overall they got a really good defense. So I mean, we just got to go out there and play tornado ball, which we haven't played a full game of tornado ball yet. I'm talking about offense, defense, and special teams. So if we go out there and do that, man, I feel like we'll come out victorious.
Yes, sir. I will be there. I will be live. I'll tell you
Oh
that.
yeah, oh
Uh,
yeah,
One last question, coach.
oh
Our
yeah,
LSU Tigers, Saturday night in
oh yeah.
Tuscaloosa against your former head coach, Nick Saban.
Right.
What does our LSU Tigers have to do to pull off that win in Tuscaloosa?
Man, so I heard that we got some guys that's out, but I mean, just like I tell my team, man, hey, look, you got to play as if you're the first team guy. I mean, adversity may come, but look, when you get your opportunity, you got to take full advantage of it. So we're not gonna say, hey, we're not gonna win because we got these young DBs and we got another defense end that's out. And look, man, you on scholarship as well, so go out there and perform to the best of your ability, man. I think we're gonna come out victorious. I really do.
I do too, man. I think we have the best player in the country in Jaden Daniels, who I think is the
Right.
Heisman front runner. I don't think it's even close at this point. And I think if
Oh
he
yeah.
goes down there in Tuscaloosa and take care of the business and play the way he has been playing this season, I think it's a lock for him on the
It's
Heisman.
still the deal.
And I just think we just that much more talented than Bama this year. And we
Right.
haven't been able to say that in the last maybe 12 years, maybe.
Right.
So I think we definitely got the upper hand in that win, man, on that end. So, man, I said, Coach, man, look, I appreciate you giving me your time, man. I know you want to watch that TCU game. We got
Oh
your brother
yeah.
over there. I think
My
he's a
brother.
DB
Oh
coach
yeah.
over there, right?
Oh yeah. He's a cornerbacks coach.
Yeah, he's been doing a phenomenal job over there, man. I know he put a
Yes.
guy out. I think he had the Thorpe winner last year,
Yeah.
if I'm not
No.
mistaken.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He had
So
the
yeah,
DB.
man. Shouts out to your brother out there. Is it Carlton Buckles?
Carlton Buckels. Yes.
Shouts out to him, man. Like I said, I'm gonna get you out of here, Coach, man. Like I said, I appreciate you joining, man. You are always welcome. Anytime I go live, man, I go live every Sunday. You always welcome,
Oh yeah.
Coach. You're doing a phenomenal job at my alma mater. So, man, we appreciate you and everything you're doing for our kids, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, man, and trust the process. I promise you, it's
Yes,
gonna
sir,
get a
man.
lot better. Hey, look,
I
and one more thing, man.
Sure.
I want to thank you, man, for since I've been there, man. Your support, man. I truly appreciate it. We truly appreciate it, man. So, hey, shout out to you, man. For
Hey,
real.
man. Anytime you need me, Coach, you know I'm there, man. I'll be there
Oh yeah.
tomorrow at 3:00, man. I got this jambalaya for y'all
Oh
ready,
yeah.
man.
Oh yeah. I already told the players, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, appreciate you, man. Go on, get the team ready, man. Go ahead and watch them what is it, Horn Frogs, man, and your brother out
yeah.
there, man. And best of luck to my Tornadoes tomorrow night, man.
And no doubt.
All
All
right,
right, take
already,
care.
Coach. You have a good
Oh
one.
yeah. You too.
Yes, sir.